Hello, hello. Welcome back to cryptomentals.com. Kevin here, and this is a quick daily chart Bitcoin update for Sunday, July 28th, day after the Bitcoin conference where Mr. Trump was actually giving a speech hyping the hell out of Bitcoin and crypto. So who would have thought? Here we are in 2024 listening to the president's pumping crypto. Nonetheless, there was quite a volatile market during his speech. Before the speech, Bitcoin was grinding higher. And then when he started talking, there was a quick little flash dump that got bought up really quick. And that left us kind of with this little red sort of shooting star doji, very small candle bodies with a big wick and tail. So that was the Trump volatility of yesterday, which that said, geez, I'd expect a lot more Trump volatility. The guy can certainly impact markets. So looks like the Trump pump is back. And when I say Trump pump, geez, it can go up or down. I mean, that guy, I don't know if anybody that was in the markets during his presidency probably witnessed his willingness and ability to tweet out some things that can move markets around. Anyhow, hilariously, the charts always, the charts don't lie at the end of the day. And regardless of paying attention to that news or that event yesterday, it's not a huge surprise, the price action we're looking at here. And really, it's just another conversation of this well-established, super defined channel that Bitcoin's been in since, we've been basically consolidating in like a slightly downwards pattern here since topping out in March of 2024. So several months of this forming. And sure enough, yesterday we did take another shot at trying to break out of this channel. And I think this is just a really important level for Bitcoin. It's sort of a make it or break it level for the bull trend at the moment. First off, there's just this large market structure M top. So I talked a lot about this M, so that's a market structure top that is now dead cat bouncing back up into the top to test it. So really we're not, in the sort of the bigger viewpoint, there is a top working. So there's no real reason to think too bullish here based on that top. And that's just a reality. Now, whether this top holds or not, we'll find out here in the future. But anytime you see a big old M like that, you got to at least be mindful that there could be a potential change from this previous uptrend, that Bitcoin's been enjoying all the way back since the actual bottom. So here we are again, testing resistance here. So most importantly, it should just be thought of as, trade location wise, this is actually short location. As long as we're banging up into resistance here, this is actually a location to consider shorts, not new longs. So that's most important. And you could look at this a variety of ways. Clearly the channel resistance is showing here. Talk about that more in a minute. But also with that M top and the bounce back up into short location, you could look at this little M top here and say, well, we've just bounced right back into that M. Not uncommon to see, sort of this bounce up into short locations so the smart money can actually get short off of this M. And you can also see that drawn like fibs, we could draw some fibs off of that high to this current low here. And you'll see that, it's sitting at 78.6 right now. Great short location. Now that said, I don't think there's a short setup here yet for like a daily time frame position trader or swing shorts. I think you're stepping in front of a pretty strong train if you try to go in here and short, and I think you're going to need more confirmation. And so talking about the bear case here first, because, clearly, we did break through the channel, but that's not strong confirmation. And in fact, this little shooting star underneath the channel is not a good look for the bulls, I'd say. And now we've got another little doji so far today. Of course, there's still about 11 hours left in today's candle. But simply put, I got this little drawing here, and, we need to break out in strength here to suggest the bulls are still in charge. And I'm just not seeing that strength as of yet. Yeah, sure. We'll see how it looks later today. But so far we just, this is more of a fake out at this point. We broke to new high here, left a strong wick to the upside, and then immediately took it back. And we're under the channel again. So not really a great look for the bulls. Now, because we broke to a new high here, so location wise, like I said, we're underneath the channel, still in resistance. Could break through, but haven't really yet. And because we made a new high yesterday here locally, I can pull up some indicators and just look at the momentum here. And so I have RSI and OBV here. And the thing is that, RSI didn't actually get over bought yet. So that's a good sign. However, now that we've made a new high here, we're setting up potential bearish divergences. So now we've got a new high here from, this local high got taken out. So now we have a new high. You start looking at, RSI first, and you see there's not a new high being made here. We're actually making a lower high. And then also OBV, which is a very powerful indicator, is also making a lower high here. So those are what are called potential divergences, and they need to break through and actually make these M's to be confirmed. So by all means, they're not confirmed yet until we actually see a real M breakdown. On both of these, they won't be confirmed. They're just considered potential, but nonetheless, they're there. So okay, that's sort of like a momentum short, potential short reason. I will strongly say again, though, they're not confirmed yet, and I don't think there's a short here on the table just yet. I think you are stepping in front of what could easily just, all it takes is another tweet from, well, I guess he doesn't tweet anymore, but Mr. Trump could say something and pump this market right back up. So I think it's dangerous to be a shorter here. I just think that these sort of bearish conditions are presenting themselves, and we don't have a real bull case just yet either. So just kind of a make it or break it level again, like I said. So anyway, that's the bears case. Looking a little bit waffly here and could roll over. And by all means, this has been a pretty straight up move since we did actually put in a market structure bottom down here at the bottom of the channel and then rip straight up. So I don't know, even moves back to the middle seem to be just healthy market activity. Just see another retest of the middle of the channel. Maybe a new W here would give us the gas to actually break the channel. Okay, fine. But general speaking, it's looking a little heavy right here at the moment until proven otherwise. And so proving otherwise, what would that look like? Well, for the bulls, I'd say, RSI is getting a little bit close to overbought and could easily become overbought. That's not long location is tricky here. We also did have a really nice W in OBV that did push price higher through here, but we're, also kind of potentially emming out and rolling over. So not a lot of bullishness in the indicators themselves to add to the bull case. It also doesn't add to the bull case that we are running right up into resistance. But the only thing that I can say here is in the shorter term, you can see that the trend is up based on the 21 EMA here. I mean, we did dump down into it on Thursday and caught strong support and bounced hard. And that's usually a good sign. You can see the 21's pointing up strongly now, and now we've got support. So that is very sort of short-term bullish until we've truly broken. You can see like kind of over here how we M'd out through the 21 and even tested the underside and broke down, and then even tested there and broke down. That's a good sign of a like short-term bear trend. But you could see like the last bull trend, we did break through the 21, start climbing higher, found support on it, and ultimately M'd out right at the top of this channel and broke down. And so something like that will, if this is going to break down here, then you probably will see this thing kind of grind higher as we bang around it and then ultimately lose it. But that's not yet. So far, it's just found, 21 EMAs acting as support. So this is why I'd hate to step in short here, because even though we're at resistance and decent short location level, I just think it's going to take a lot to actually break through that 21 and get substantial moves down here. That's just not yet. Need to see more confirmation there. However, so the short-term bull is up here, but really we need to have strong volume breakout here and then some sort of retest at the top of the channel. Until we start seeing support against the top of the channel, I think it's still a fake out. Like today, the last 2 days we broke out and then came right back in. So it's still a fake out at the moment. So I have this little, just as an example, it might take more time than this, but essentially need to see a strong breakout, then support found at the channel, and hopefully some sort of market structure W. And here, so new longs are completely off the table for like swing traders here, in my opinion. But maybe there could be longs based on whatever happens on the other side here, and we actually start finding new support here at the top of the channel. But keep in mind, we still have all these old highs to reckon with, and we're still waffling around the 69 all-time highs from last cycle. So this is just a huge resistance level in general. And even if we do break out here in any earnest, we still have to sort of draw some horizontal support and or resistance lines, off of these highs, for example, and then off of the actual current all-time high, and you can start to see how it pops up into here, still have resistance to contend with. So I mean, maybe they shoot it up and bring it back down against the channel. So there could be shorts setting up against the highs here down the road too. But that's all I can say. Basically just have to wait this out here. It's not a great time to be super active. Now, if you're a lower time frame shark trader, okay, sure, I could see being active on the lower time frames, but from these, like a daily chart, for example, there's just not a lot to do here except wait for this to resolve and see what's going to happen. And if you're an altcoin trader, investor, and that's a lot of the talking on this channel I'm going to be doing, then nothing's changed here. They're either just kind of waiting for these altcoin bottoms to come in. And really, if Bitcoin can keep trending higher here, I think it'll speed up the bottoming process for altcoins. But if Bitcoin rolls over here, then those altcoins are probably going to grind lower too, and not quite, they're going to take longer to bottom. So I'm just sticking with that. Either way, I'm waiting to time those bottoms using basic market structure and trade location. So I'll know when those bottoms are coming in. That's it for today. See you guys on the next one, and hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.